Welcome back, everybody. This is Brothermutant here. Today we're going to continue on our quest to beat Baldur's Gate 3, early access at least. I am working on my Eldritch Knight character still. Been seeing lots of videos online for how to build characters, which is just hilarious for a game that can only get to level 4 right now. But it's still helpful, and again, does help guide new people to what might make the most sense. Now, notice some things here. This is a continuation of the last save file, and I want to show you why. So you see here we have a save file. We're down in these little caverns, and there's some kids down here. I want to show you what I'm talking about. There's a glitch in the system, is what I'm basically telling you, and I want to show you what causes the glitch so that you can avoid it as well, which means basically like any other game, especially one that's as buggy as an early access game, is save often, save liberally, so that you literally have something you can go back to. I hit a patch where I can't save anymore, and I want to show you what causes it. It literally is the icon up in the corner. It will tell me, it says, oh, you can't save mid-conversation. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm out in the wild, there's no one talking to me. Makes no sense, but I think I figured out why, and because this is where the last save was. If you come down here, first let me show you what I'm talking about. If you come down here, we follow this kid, Donnie, to the Dragon's Lair, which is this area down here where the kids basically made their own little camp. There's these characters down here that talk, Maul and Merkin, and if you walk into the camp, they start freaking the hell out. And there's this glitch. See this here, where he just keeps talking and talking and talking. He never shuts up. He just literally screams his full head off the entire damn time. Now, if you wander around, I have checked out the area, and again, I've showed that in the last video, so that's why that video is cut in a weird place, showing that, there's really nothing in here. We've checked everything out. The stuff that I did find, it wasn't anything particularly important. And like I said, I can't really talk to kids, and I don't want to steal from the kids. So, it's one of those things. But this little glitch here is causing me not to be able to save. Let's see if I can reproduce it by just getting away from the kid. Coming over here back to where Donnie is at. It's Donnie over here in the exit. There is this, I will say, over here, a wicker chest that doesn't appear that the kids can get to, and I can't get to it either, so I don't have the ability to jump far enough. So this would be another one of those uses for that jump spell that I keep touting as being particularly useful, where you could jump 3 times as far. I don't know if it works for the whole team because I've never taken the spell, but this would be a way for you to get over here, click the chest, get whatever's inside, and of course you got to assume that it's like some serious loot over there. But anyway, back to my point. So I'm over here now. I'm way away from the kid. You don't see him talking because, again, he's so far away. But if you try to save, it should give me the warning icon. Let's see if we do a quick save if it tells us. Oh, well, never mind. Apparently this wasn't the problem. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. This is where we're heading out. Pull switch. Never noticed that before either. Let's do a quick save. Let's check that out. Not sure what we did there. Well, let's just take a quick gander and make sure we didn't do something cool with that switch. I always hate it also in the game, I must say, when I find stuff that's like, pull this switch or click this lever, and it clicks it and you have no idea what you just triggered. I suppose it's fun to find stuff, but if you have no idea what to look for, how could you possibly? Let's leave here just to make sure that this save file isn't corrupted. I assumed that was my issue. Maybe they fixed that patch, maybe, and I just didn't notice it. But I never reported it. This was my first chance of getting back onto the game. Huh. That's odd. I'm trying to remember now what I did yesterday, because when that glitch happened, I literally did like another half hour worth of content. And I couldn't save. I'm like, oh, well, it'll self-resolve. I'll get to a spot where I'll camp or whatever, and I'll rest, and I'll have all this stuff taken care of. Nope, I didn't get any of those things. So rescue the druid. Of course, our crash. Oh, we need to get to rest so we get the Yankee lady down here. I forget her name. So we can talk to Zoru. Gives us some information. Save the first druid. Goblins find the night song. That's something I want to do today if at all possible. Looks like we've done everything we need to. Elf, Yankee Warrior, Blade Frontiers. We need to take out the Goblin Leader, so we need to bring him along as well. So yeah, so we need us to rest so we can get Yankee. I don't know. This is again my lack of knowledge on this game. I don't know if there's a way to switch characters without going to camp, which means resting. And resting again is one of those things that we're trying to avoid doing too much because again, the more you rest.
Take them back, right now.
People are fighting. There's Octa, and of course Anthony Ethel. Creative Quirks and Sundries. For an old lady, she's got a lot of HP. Look at that, level 512 health. What the hell there, Annie Nettie? She's awesome. Let's see. Zorbru. Maybe I should just rest now so we can get that out of the way so we can take care of Zorbru. Yeah, that sounds like actually a good idea. I think I saved the child already. Knows that I got my little pet familiar. Let's take a look at our map. I have uncovered most things in the area. That stuff up, yay. Saza. Let's actually check that out real quick first. Well, you know what? Screw that. Let's just, I said I was going to rest. Let's rest. There's a reason to want to, so we'll go to camp at the end of the day. Let's do a quick save again first. Okay. Again, whatever I had yesterday as a problem is self-resolved itself. Alright. So here's your camp. You can teleport to your camp at any time. It's kind of nice. So it's not like a specific, well, I mean, it is a specific location. It's not somewhere you have to go to.
This seems as good a place as any to make camp.
We've already sent people to the camp. So you see that we have Will, with a Y, here, as well as our Get Yankee Buddy, as well as our Cleric. Wants to talk to us. So that's probably something we should do. Let's do a quick save here. Highly encourage you to, of course, explore the areas.
Finally, some good fortune. Come morning, we know what to do. The sooner we find this priestess gut, the better. Can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head.
You know this is gonna be our last night together. Haha, wink wink. No, I'm just kidding. So what will come next for you once this is all over?
Head to Baldur's Gate. Someone's waiting for me.
Oh yeah? Ew.
Let a girl have some secrets. Was there anything else?
Use your shared connection, probe her thoughts. Oh, that sounds rude. How are you feeling?
The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do?
Maybe I could leave you tied up while I hunted for a cure.
Really? I'd just kill you.
What? Whoa.
Anyway, get some rest. Try not to dream about tying me up.
Oh my. Alright, let's see. She's a little bit of a dark pill here for a cleric, I must admit. Kind of trippy. Notice that we have areas. Again, you should explore them. Looks like, and I know this is early access, so this is pie in the sky dreaming, but it looks like they might even give us our own ability to make a little keep here. Kind of badass. I love it when games give me a place to build as a home, even if it's just something that's just like random upgrades. Hey. Here is your cache. If you've been sending stuff to your base or camp, this is where it shows up. Let me show you how this actually works. So, for example, if you go to your inventory and you say, oh, geez, I got all this stuff and I'm overweight, and we're never going to use this. So we can literally send to camp. See that? And then if you go here, guess what? Instant teleportation spell for here only. Kind of useful. Looks like we're making little tents for ourselves. So eventually the camp is going to get upgraded, I assume. As far as stuff to do here, it's pretty much just talk to your people as far as I can tell. We have, of course, our wizard that's glowing over here. That's just because he's got his mage armor on until he actually takes the map official. You can tell, or at the camp, you can tell people, hey, I don't need you right now. I want you to take a break here. So this is what I'm going to do with him.
How can I help?
Tell me a bit about yourself.
Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, the city of splendors. I'm a wizard of considerable and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There.
Oh, you're trying to brush me off. Don't you have anything other than generalities to offer?
Certainly. That I have a great respect for privacy, for instance, especially my own.
Fair enough. I'm not going to peer into his mind right now. Change the subject. I need you to remain in the camp for a while rather than on the road with me.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
Okay. Perhaps we'll travel together again later.
I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
At least your team don't get pissy for wanting to leave them behind. Now that gets me down to 4 people, and that allows me to take on another person, so I can take on Lazel.
Great talent or not, no druid can cleanse an embedded tadpole. Give no credence to such fantasy.
Are you sure Crutch is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. To all questions, the Kalir Library harbors answers. A gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
How do you know so much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension.
Wow.
More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a crash. You do well to observe more and question less.
She's a little grumpy pants. What do you suggest we do next?
We find this Zoru in the Red Hunter's camp. He will point us to a crash. There we may be purified.
I'd like you to join me.
It is done.
Okay, she's on the team now. And level up, of course. Let's actually take care of that right now. She is going to be a fighter that we keep as a fighter. So first off, notice that we have these passives. And again, you can shut off what they suggest and put it on something else. Notice you can make a solid archery build in this game using a fighter. I don't know if a ranger has access to this. I think they do. Maybe not in this entire list, but something like archery would definitely fall in their purview. And this would be a solid buff. Now, I have heard people on build videos, for example, talk about how if you would go and say Eldritch Knight, that archery would be a bad idea for you, because once you become an Eldritch Knight, you're not going to be using your bow, you'll be using presumably spells. And that's possibly true, but notice that this is a bonus to your attack rolls with ranged weapons, and assuming that there's ranged weapons in the games that are magical, or at least better than the crappy ones that you start out with, this could still be a solid choice, in my opinion. So don't let people discourage you from playing a specific type. Just because they say it's great doesn't mean it's the worst idea ever to switch to something different. Notice also, I would not make her an archery character simply because her dex is kind of crap. If I were to do an archery build, I'd make my own character, and quite frankly, the dex would be the higher stat than strength. So flip-flop those two numbers, and I'd actually highly recommend archery. Notice, again, of course, because you have various, what do they call them, backgrounds? Basically races. I'm just going to say it this way because it makes more sense. Different races will allow you to have different stats. And for example, the Yankee have the ability to get to a strength of 17, as you can see, pretty damn easy. If you're looking for a dex-based one, I wanted to say that halflings or what do I call those damn things? The one that look like demons. I My brain stopped working this morning, guys. It'll come to me here in a minute. But they have a dex-based bump in many cases. So again, that's a solid choice if you want to make an archer class, if you will. This actually is something I will consider once the game goes live to try to make myself. I know we're making an Eldritch Knight, but I'm tempted to see if we could make a passable version of what's called an Eldritch Archer. They don't exist, and they probably won't exist in this game in the future even. But I'm making my character an Eldritch Knight so he feels like a Magus. An Eldritch Knight where they focus on archery and ranged spells. Still not going to be an Eldritch Archer per se, but it'll feel like one to me, and that's what I mean. So I'm tempted to make a dex-based build for something like that later in the game. Let's see, we have armor. Nothing wrong with getting extra defense. Armor class +1 while wearing armor, which of course you'll always do. Dueling. Extra damage. Great weapon fighting. Now this is interesting because there's a lot of really good two-handers in the game. Let's use the new roll. Nice. Protection. Shield. So sword and board. That's actually very good if you want to be a tank, the protection one. 2 weapon fighting, obviously, what that does. I don't know what I'd want for her, but since I'm going to probably be taking her as the main tank, I think defense is probably our way to go here early on. And so I'm going to do that. Notice that, of course, we can level her up again. And we're going battle mass with her. Now notice again we have these passives. Now on these, I'm going to go with Riposte, Rally, and frighten the target versus piercing. Push the target back. I like push attack. The potential to pinball people around the map is extremely appealing, and doing damage while doing it is pretty impressive in my opinion. Notice that we also get superiority dice. It's a part of our subclass feature. Notice we also get our jump ability for being Githyanki. That was that spell I was just telling you about. So it probably behooves us to go down to that area and check that out. See if we can have her jump to that spot. That'd be pretty cool. Well, all right. Let's actually have, well, not her, me, go around and talk to some peeps.
You're staring at me again. What do you want?
What's your priority right now?
Clearly the tadpole. If we can't understand it, we'll never control it.
We're taking him with us because we need a rogue proper. And again, we're kind of undermatched now because we don't have our wizard anymore. But again, with me being an Eldritch Knight, technically, I have a little bit of magic on my side. I don't feel too bad about that. At this point, save it. And we're going to camp. Would you like to go to bed? Yes. Sometimes stuff happens in the night while you're camping. Sometimes it doesn't. Alright, looks like nothing happened. Okay, cool. So here we are, and now we're looking for Zoru. Quick save here. Don't want to mess this part up. Notice, if you're going to talk with anybody, and I mentioned this I'm sure in plenty of videos before, but it's always nice to reiterate the important part. We have this cleric ability called Guidance. Guidance is an amazing buff for any character that you cast this on. For instance, like your main character. Now, this doesn't last long. It's only like 10 turns, 10 rounds, something like that.
Eyes, eyes. Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Hold it, Lazel. I'll see you to this one.
You dare interrupt? Has the tadpole ravaged your senses?
Enough. Stand down. I won't tell you again.
Chucky. Fine.
You'll notice that, by the way, anything that basically makes her pissed off makes the cleric happy as hell. They can't stand each other. You can breathe again. I won't let her hurt you.
Thanks. What do you want from me?
Information. Where did you see the Githyanki?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side. And I just ran.
The map. Show me.
Nice update here. Thanks for your help and apologies for my companion.
No hard feelings.
Cool, cool. Okay, so let's take a look at our journal. So first off, the Githyanki warrior, Zoru. So Zoru, Lae'zel will want to talk to him too. Lae'zel has joined the party. She says we can be cured at Githyanki Crash. A tiefling named Zoru has been seeing Githyanki and could know more. Zoru told us he saw Githyanki to the west in a mountain pass on the road to Baldur's Gate. So find the Githyanki Crash. A tiefling scout named Zoru told us he encountered Githyanki patrol to the northwest. They might be able to lead us to their creche. There we go. Save the refugees. Speak with Kaga. Zellar fears they won't. Oh, we haven't talked to Kaga yet. Oh my. That doesn't sound right. Alright, let's see. We are looking for... I think actually we have.
It's about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I
Stuff
care
those guys
about our
already.
lives, our future.
This genius over here trying to kill himself.
Right.
Let's head over here. Oh, right there's Zoru again. I suppose we'd sell stuff again to this guy in case we have
Need anything
to pick
else?
up. See where?
Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Yeah. Let me try to get rid of some useless crap here. We got silver. Bones. Oh no, I need the grease bottle. Sorry. That's useful. You know, the iron pan, the plate, crate, the bowl, the rib cage, clam shells, which are surprisingly profitable. Same with onyx. At least this guy's got lots of loot. Small bottle. Keeping all our notes and stuff for the time being. Same with water. Stuff if we don't know what kind of use it may have. I don't think we need this ringmail armor. I don't think anybody can use that. Same with this longsword. We're going to chuck that for now. Gruel. Here's some gruel. That, and there we go. Like being flush with money. Got to start using our food more often for feeding ourselves. Well, first, does she have anything? Oh yeah, she's got all kinds of crap. Get rid of these nautiloid tanks. These are heavy, so I'll same with our mind and the dark mind. It's not worth much, but I'd rather sell it now. And have that short sword too, sir. Okay. He. It's all kind of good stuff. I'm gonna keep that studded shield. Now, Ruby, on the other hand, for 1,600. Now, they could allow me to buy something from him that's actually pricey. Dragon's Grasp. Okay, so no. He's got a Great Axe +1. Or I have a Great Axe +1. Yes. Okay, why is queuing off of him when I'm trying to click a different person? I don't know. Well, let's actually get rid of that for a second. She has a longsword. That doesn't mean that she can't do something useful. So we have Rain Dancer, a two-handed melee weapon. Create water. It is not that pricey, matter of fact. And that's totally worth it, in my opinion. 1d6 bludgeoning versus her 1d10 slashing. It's less damage. but the extra spell use could come in handy. I don't know if that's once per day or if that's like a infinite use kind of thing. It would be amazing if it was. The Dragon's Grass applies burning on a hit. Now that's a nice solid one too. That's just a hand axe. Now that's a light weapon. I don't want to switch because I do want to buy this. Okay. All right. Matter of fact, let's actually put that right now. Yeah. There you go, kid. Thank you. Right. Switch to her. She has the Watcher's Guide, so she got the spear. He has a rapier. And I think, let's see, rapiers are light as well. Oh, they're finesse. Is that a finesse weapon? Doesn't say it is. Kind of surprising. We also have magical gear. There are +1. No. Kind of armor is he wearing? He's wearing padded armor with a +3 dexterity, and he's getting all of that bonus right now. So he only had +2 dexterity, so it'd be the same. 12 and 2 is 14, and his is 11 and 3 is 14. So it wouldn't do him any good to purchase something so pricey, because that thing is pricey. Where stands in the, how much is that thing? Oof. Let me hold off on that too. Okay. So the question is do we want to buy this now, or some potions and stuff? And the only reason I mention that is because this ruby is worth so much, we could actually get rid of that thing and be pretty damn happy with our choices. I am going to get rid of some stuff here, though. We have this bowl, the pestle, get rid of the plate, and the tin cup. Do cutting board. Need those do things. You have that spoon. Wait. Boy, I really do want to get something though. How much is it? What? Oh, he's only, says 1600, but he's only gonna give us 640 for it. Oh, screw you, man. Wow, that's rough. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm cool with that.
Sylvanus be with you.
Yeah, thieving bastard. Alright, let's reorder this stuff real quick just to go by weight. Yep. Accumulate the piles of gold into one nice tidy pile over here. Alright, we should be able to tighten up that stuff there. She's got potions of healing, scroll of revivify. She's got her 5 potions of healing. He's got 3, and I have 5. So we're doing good. Oh, I want to pass over these tools to him. And let's give her some spike bulbs to give her some ranged offensive funniness that she can do. Alrighty. And yes. Once per short rest. Okay. Cool. Alright. So that's nice. Where are we here? Cock and Nettie. I need to prove to myself that we've actually talked to Cock, because if not, again, this is the problem yesterday with my game glitching out. I don't know how much I've done and how much I'm repeating here. Now I can't figure out where the hell that kid disappeared to too. So let's see, where are we gonna go? Gotta be down this way, right? Aha! See a patch. Let's go do this real quick first. And the reason we're going here is because again we have that jump ability now. So let's have her break from the team. And let's see, how's her jump ability go? That's for long range. Okay, and now we do jump. Hooah! Yeah. What? Loving that. I wonder how long that thing lasts for us. Does it say? 6 turns remaining. 1 minute. Oh, okay. So basically 10 rounds. Or probably 10 turns is what the game's probably calling it. And that's okay. Oh, and you can see it ticking down here. Okay, cool. There's our superiority dice. Let's actually chain her back into the group. So, and we can climb on out of here. I'm assuming that rope is to lower the ladder in case you have somehow gotten into that cave a different way. I don't know if that's a thing.